This is the Kilted Texan, and we are talking today about these little Racerstar BR2207S 2200kv Racerstar motors. We are going to be taking a look at how they perform, what their weight is, what they did as compared to the old Emax red bottom motors. This particular quad is a Lycam 210 millimeter, so it's just a regular 5-inch. The props are the DALPROP 50/50 Cyclones. It's a Omnibus F4 on FreeSky and a 35 amp Racerstar ESC that's 6S capable. Main reason I wanted to put these motors on here, I had the Emax motors on before, and with the Emax motors I can only run 4S. I wanted to run at least 5S, possibly 6S on this particular quad. These motors, these Racerstar motors, are rated up to 5S, so you can run a 5S on them. I wouldn't recommend running 6S. I kind of want to give it a shot just to see what would happen, but I have a feeling the throttle control would be a little rough to deal with. So I went ahead and I left these wires long, because at some point I'm sure I'll pull these motors off, put them on either 6-inch or 7-inch quad. But let's go ahead and weigh these dudes and see how they compare to the old Emax motors that I pulled off of here, and we'll go from there. And here we'll go ahead and put this BR2207S 2200kv on the scale, and looks like she is running right at 38.3 grams. So she's a hefty little chunk of metal, so we're going to throw her on this quad and we're going to see how she handles on a 5-inch. But that is a big chunk, so be prepared for you to lose a little efficiency. And this is what I did have on here, was that MT22052 Emax motor, and is that Emax cooling motor. And granted, there was pretty short wires on that thing, so maybe lose a gram or two on weight, but essentially these 2207s are replacing 31.8 gram motors, so you know we're gonna have to worry about the extra weight on that, so be prepared. And here's some video from before when I was flying this dude, and you can see that the amp draw is down around, you know, sometimes dips into the 6s, then into, you know, it might even get up to 8 amps. But then here is video from the 4S pack on those Racerstars, and you can tell I'm running like 8.5, 9 amps, just keeping her in the air. So definitely less efficient on the Racerstars than on the Emax motors. So yeah, they do draw quite a bit more amperage. And here's some footage of this particular quad on 5S on those 2207 Racerstars. You'd see running the amperage right at around 8 to, you know, 7, high 7s to 8s. So in conclusion, these motors are heavier than the Emax. They provide more electrical noise than the Emax, so it makes for an electrically noisier setup. They are less efficient than the Emax, but they are super, super cheap. And in the super cheap nature of these, you know, if we're going to crash them and we're going to break stuff and bend stuff, it's cheaper to replace these than it is to replace the Emax motors, I'll be honest with you. So maybe pick up more of these, and then you can, you know, go about your business and crash away. So speaking of crashing, if you're going to crash into that like button. Go ahead and subscribe for more reviews and flight footage. And as always, have fun and keep her in the air.